As the author of the French book that you're studying, it gives me immense pleasure to be here with you, though not in person, but virtually. But one day I'll be happy to meet you in person as well. And I'm very keen on sharing with you today the importance of learning French language, since you all are French learners. I would like to keep it very brief and share my views on why you should learn French in simple 5 C's. This way, you will be able to remember them very easily. And I would like to begin by the first C, which I say is communication. Do you know that when the students are learning French, they often think that we are not going to France for higher studies. This is not my aim. Why should I continue learning French? Then in that case, you should know that French is not just the language of France, it is language of 28 other countries, and in 84 other countries, it is spoken as the second language. So when you learn French, you get connected with the world. It allows you a communication which is possible with larger population and not just the people of one continent or two continents. French is spoken on all 5 continents that you should know. The second C I would like to share with you is career. You know that career is very important for all the students. You're often thinking what to opt for while you're studying in school. What subjects would you take up in 11th and 12th? Let me tell you, whichever subject you take, whether you want to become a scientist, or you want to become a doctor, an engineer, you want to go into the fashion industry, you want to go into banking, you want to go into aeronautics, everywhere French is an asset. Today, even for law students, it is compulsory to do French as a subject while they are in the university. Aeronautics, Airbus, a lot of students are very keen in doing aeronautic engineering these days. Do you know the Airbus comes from Toulouse, which is a city in France? Then if we talk about automotive engineering, there also Renault, Citroën, they are the mark which are present all across the world. You want to do international trading, you want to be in banking. We also have French banks in India, like BNP Paribas, for example. So whatever industry you want to go into, teaching, you want to go into corporate training, interpretation, wherever, French is going to be a big asset for you. So do not leave it when you have started learning it. It is definitely going to be a mark for you. Also, the third C, which I would like to mention here, is about the second C again, in fact, career in international relation. I am sure most of you dream of a diplomatic position for yourself. You have heard about the organizations like UNESCO, you've heard about UN, you've heard about NATO, you've heard about UNICEF, Red Cross, and those who want to become doctors, they must have heard about Doctors Without Borders. Those who are not interested in studies, they must have heard about International Olympic Committee or FIFA. Do you know that all these international organizations have official language, official working language as French? So in career, not just in the domains that I talked about, this is a language of diplomacy. So if you want to be in such organization, French is definitely an asset for you. Talking about the third C, which is curricular, that means higher education. If you want to go for higher education, French universities offer a lot of scholarship. Almost 10,000 students are traveling to France every year for higher studies. But not just in France, also in Canada. It's a very interesting fact that you will be happy to know if you plan to study abroad, is that if you're choosing to study in a bilingual university in Canada, and you take any of the 2 subjects in French, for example, you want to do BBA or you want to do BCA or you want to study law, you just take any 2 of your subject and the language you choose is French, you pay the fee as the local students and not as the international students. That means if the fee is 20 lakh rupees, you will only be paying 5 lakh rupees. And that's possible thanks to the French language that you could learn while you were here in India. So take it seriously because it's going to be very useful for you. So scholarships are available and opportunities to get benefits with French language. The fourth C is curiosity. we all are so curious. We love traveling. We want to know about the fun things about other countries, their culture, their literature, their music, their movies. And today we are living in the world of YouTubers. So who doesn't know about travel blogging and all that? So it's good to be curious about another country. And when you speak the language of the people, you enter their heart. You really get to know how they feel, what they feel. It's more artificial when you do it in another language. So if you're curious about knowing about other people, knowing about other culture, French is a language which will open doorways to a lot of countries, not just France. The last but not the least, the next C that I'm talking about is culture. Do you know that learning a language is a window that opens two sides? It's a window to the world, but it's a window also to look inside you. You only learn about yourself when you compare with others. Otherwise, you don't observe your habits, you don't observe what you do. So while you're eating at home, you will not take consideration of how you are eating it. But when you are in France, you will go there and you will see that, oh, people eat differently here. This is how we do. So to learn about yourself first, you have to know about others. So to discover the culture, to expand your own personal universe, to develop your personality, to be a better human being, to become the world citizen, you need a foreign language. And French is definitely a good choice. So I would like to end my communication here with you, which is very brief, by saying that 5 C's, remember them: communication, career, curricular, culture, and curiosity. Do not forget that you're learning a language which will open many horizons for you.